Hello everyone, I'm Vandana Prajapati, a data science and business analytics intern at the Sparks Foundation. Today I am going to present my fourth task, which is exploratory data analysis on global terrorism. The aim of this study is that we need to find out the hot zone of the terrorism attacks and what all are the security issues and insights we need to drive by this exploratory data analysis. So I have analyzed the data both on Python as well as on Tableau. So first we will see the visualizations on Python. Here first of all we need to import the libraries, and we need to then import the global data set. You can see the total number of rows and columns here, and the columns like year, month, date, country, targeted cities, and attacks, and all the columns in the data sets. You can see here the country with the highest terrorist attacks, that is the topmost terror attacks in the country, is the Iraq, with 1570 people killed, and the most attacks happened in the year 2014, and the least attack was on 1971, with the attack type as bombing and explosion, and the active group was the Taliban. Here I have filtered out some of the columns, and here are the list of the columns in which I have filtered out. These are the missing values or the null values in the data set. So let's now see the visualizations. You can see the number of casualties in each year. It has been increased in 2015. In this graph, we can understand the number of casualties is increasing and decreasing by year, but particularly in the year 2015, it has the highest number of casualties. Also, you can see the total number of attacks in each of the countries, where Iraq has the highest number of terrorist attacks, followed by Pakistan, Afghanistan, and India. And the terrorist activities by each region in the you can see here the Australia and Oceania. In 2010, it has been the highest number of terror attacks. Also, you can see the bombing explosion has the most common type of terror attacks across the globe. Followed by, across the globe was bombing explosion and the armed assaults. And as you saw previously, the top countries affected, Iraq has faced the highest number of terrorist attacks, followed by Pakistan, Afghanistan, and sadly India is on the 4th rank. You can see here the Middle East and the North Africa has the highest maximum number of attacks by regions, and then South Asia, South America, and so on. The popular targets are the civilians, office, and vehicles. And the total number of attacks by cities are Baghdad, that is from Iraq country, and it has the highest casualties as well as the number of attacks, and then Karachi, which is from Pakistan, and then Lima, So these all are the cities which have highest uh, maximum attacks and casualties. So in this, the highest terrorist group is Taliban, which has the most number of attacks, that is 7,478. Then followed by Islamic State of Iraq, attacks the most, it is 5,613, and then Shining Path. So these are the terrorist groups which attacks the most. You can see this in the bar chart. So in this line graph, you can see the top terrorist group activities has increased from 1980, and then it has decreased and increased, and gradually it has decreased, and suddenly it has been increased in 2015, and then so on, it also has decreased. So these are the total number of people killed by the armed assaults, assassinations, bombing. Explanation has the highest number of attacks type by which the people are killed, and then hijacking, ostrich. So the number of people killed by the countries, the most are the Iraq and Afghanistan, and then so on. So the conclusion made is here, that is the hot zone countries of the terrorist attacks are Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India, and the hot zone regions are the Middle East, South Africa, North Africa, and America, and the most commonly used weapons are explosive and firearms. So if by improving our defense on explosive and firearms will help us to reduce the terrorisms. So now let's go to our dashboard on Tableau. So here I made a dashboard on Tableau. So here you can see that the total number of terrorist attack is 1,81,691 with the 47 years, and the total number of countries and region is 205, and people killed and as well as injured is 8,72,892 people were killed and injured. So in this graph you can see the number of people killed as well as the number of people injured were gradually increased by the following in the years, and in the year 2014 majority of the people were most of the people were killed, that is 44,419, and in 2015 the injured people ratio was highest. And the top 10 most attacked countries, here we can see that it is Iraq, Afghanistan, and Pakistan, India, and so on. And the attacks by the targets is the private citizens and properties, and here you can see attacks and kills by year, that is in 2014 the number of attacks were highest, and so the number of people were killed. Here in the you can see the attacks by region of Middle East and North Africa has the highest ratio, so, and then the South Asia, and then Sub-Saharan Africa, and so on. So you can see the this red line, that is it is bombing and explosion is the most common attack type used for attacking, and then the armed assaults and bombing explosions as the highest type. Also, you can see in this map, the Iraq has the darker color, and then the Pakistan and Afghanistan and Pakistan. So these are the attacks over country by years from 1970 to 2017. And here in this we can see, as we saw in the previous visualization, that explosives were the highest weapons used for the terror attacks, and then the firearms, and which has the also the second highest for attacking. With this, I have made a story to get the more better insights of these terror attacks. So this, as we already saw, the number of people killed was highest in 2014, and the number of people injured. And also we have saw this. So as we know, the bombing and explosion was the main attack type used for attackings. Here we can see the explosives were used 42%, for people were killed with the explosives of 42%, and this was used 76%. And here the firearms were used 42%, and people were killed 42%, and it was used 12%. The private citizens and the properties were the main target reasons for attackings. These green ones are the most attacked region, that is the Middle East and North Africa, and then the Eastern Europe and South Asia. So these are the global maps of whole global countries of terror attacks, in which Iraq and Afghanistan has the most number of terror attacks. Here we can see the number of terror activities increased, and here we can also see the forecast indicator, that is from 2022. The estimation is it will increase by 66,151, and then it will go on increasing to 2022 to by 88,808, and then in 2027 it will go to 1 lakh of terror attacks. Here is a quite comparison of India and Pakistan, of number of attacks and number of people killed. So here we can see the number of people killed is more in Pakistan, and the number of attack is more in India. So these are the number of suicides during the attacks. I hope you find this in visualizations very useful. So that's it for this analysis on global terrorism. Thank you.